Hi everyone, so today we're getting some thermal wrap for the van and some, what else are we getting? Insulation. So come with us. Yeah, can I have two of them? Yeah.
Do you want to get one?
Oh, yeah, two.
1,779.
You're doing all the work anyway. Just got
thermal
wrap.
Got the insulation. Hi everyone, so we've got our goodies from B&Q and Tool Station, was it?
Yeah.
So we got this thermal general purpose wrap.
This is a thermal wrap that we got from Tool Station. They've got the same one in Screwfix, but it's dearer. And then the self-adhesive we got for sticking the insulation on the walls.
Then to hold the thermal wrap down, we got the tape.
Foil tape.
What aluminium foil tape it is.
It's also to go over any holes. So it's basically just to create a vapour barrier so no condensation can get anywhere.
And this is quite thin, it's just like a foily bubble wrap, that's all. And then the recycled plastic bottle lock insulation inside the gap. So that's what we're doing today.
This is very important because it doesn't absorb moisture, so it won't hold any water if it does get moisture inside the panels, so it's good. That's why you should use that. Don't use the rock wool because that holds moisture and it'll just rot your van.
So yeah, don't use that as the board. Right, so we're going to crack on with that now.
See how we get on. Before starting the installation, you need to make sure you've got the right equipment.
The equipment that you'll need is some sharp scissors, some face masks, safety goggles and gloves.
And a tape measure would probably come in handy.
Yep. Family knives.
I'm in your way.
I don't know.
No.
Did you not research how to cut this stuff?
Scissors, I think.
It's not working. If anyone has a good tip on how to cut this insulation, will you put it in the comments to let others know, because I can't give you a good tip because I'm struggling here. I'm just using scissors, but it's not really getting through it that well. Oh, I've got a good tip. Do little cuts with the... Right, I'll tell you in a minute. So the reason I say sharp scissors is because it proved very difficult to cut through this insulation, as you'll see. Oh gosh. So if you just cut with the bottom bit of the scissors and just do little cuts like this, gets through it.
Before starting the installation, there's just a few things that you need to consider.
So you need to make sure the van is nice and clean, and you'll see why later on. You also need to plan your electrics to make sure you don't need to be running any wires through where you're putting the insulation, and then also any holes if you're putting in windows or anything like that if you've got a different type of van. No, you don't want to squash it.
I'm not squashing it.
The little tip that I just read about this, don't like compact it in, don't like squish it in, so you just need to do it, let it be how it is. So, you know,
let
like,
it be itself.
This is how it forms, you just form it like that, don't like squish it in, otherwise it doesn't do its job. So basically don't overfill the area with insulation.
Yeah, she's right, because if you compact the insulation, it actually reduces its effectiveness and its thermal barrier.
Yeah, it can affect the airflow, the ventilation, and it can even cause moisture problems. People say the insulation process takes ages. I think it's because you can't freaking cut it. I think it's because you can't cut through it.
Again, that's why you need some sharp scissors.
I just think I'm just using rubbish scissors. Can't be this hard, honestly. Oh, God. Ah! Even the insulation's getting fed up. So although people say the insulation is the longest process, I actually quite enjoyed it despite not looking like it on that bit.
I'm going to leave it to it because it's getting in the way.
Something you need to know about Adam. You can't measure. Cannot measure. Can you?
Nope.
Before you go, tell them what happened with the... When we ordered some gym flooring.
We ordered some gym flooring and Lucinda asked me to measure it. I did, very confidently. Only to get to the store to...
Store? Where are you making?
To pick up... Only to get to the shop to pick up my order when the woman behind the till was being funny with me because I ordered so much, but I obviously knew how much I ordered, so I was like, she was being funny with me. And then I got home And my brother-in-law remeasured it for me and realised that I'd ordered double.
Wait, you're missing the part where I said that surely that's not the right amount.
Lucinda said that's way too much. I was like, no it's not, I've measured it. Being all cocky because I can measure because I'm a boy. And it was totally wrong. And now we've got a lot full of gym mat.
Oh wait, have we still got it? No, I took it back.
Oh yeah, we took it back, sorry, yeah. Anyway, I'm going to get off and go and pick up our order that's just arrived today, which is a surprise. It's part of the next bit of the build. Because I'm getting Lucinda's way and she's getting stressed, so yeah.
So I'm having to do a bit of piecing up at the moment because, like we said, I didn't find measure. So, he cut it wrong.
Louis made some good progress while I was out, and the installation is the first time where you actually see your van change from a van to a camper van.
So, that's one side done. Beautiful. I mean, yeah, it doesn't quite look like a camper van yet, but I get what he means. Maybe I should have measured, cut this side as well. Same size, isn't it? Alright, as I'm going along, I'm finding an easier way to cut it. You cut like halfway down the layer. Yeah, I thought some more was there. Cut halfway down the layer and then cut the other half separate. That seems the quickest way. So top tip, when you're doing anything on one side of the van and the other side of the van's the exact same, cut two pieces, because I don't know why I didn't do that. I'm not sure we're going to have enough. We're definitely not going to have enough for the roof.
So it turns out in the end that we didn't have enough of this insulation for the roof.
Yeah, but we also figured it wasn't the best choice of insulation for the roof, so we did find a better alternative. That's my type of measuring. I just do it by eye. I can't understand how Adam can be so bad at measuring with a tape measure. Because it tells you what the measurement is.
The numbers just mix up.
Hello? I don't know, I'm just trying to see. Where are you? Right, fine. Great minds think alike. That was Adam asking me do we need some more insulation. And I've literally just been thinking, should I get him to pick them up while he's on?
You must have sent it to me telepathically.
Okay, I was getting a bit impatient at this point with how hard it was to cut this insulation. To be honest, when people say the insulation is the one, like, takes ages, I think it's because of cutting it. The rest doesn't really take long. Hello?
I'm on my way back. Do you need any now?
Well, we'll just have to leave it for now, because I don't know. Right. I just stuck it on there, I'm right. Lovely. Do I carry on or do we do some foil? I think I'll carry on. So for reference, if you're doing a Renault Trafic van, this is a long wheelbase and we used one roll of the plastic bottle insulation. It's like giving the van a nice big quilt.
Yeah, so one full roll covered all the side panels and the back door.
We got 2 rolls of the vapour barrier, but we didn't need the full 2 rolls.
We used about a roll and a half.
Yeah. And the self-adhesive spray that we used was okay for this part of the build, but we would recommend you get a high heat self-adhesive spray for your build, and you'll see why further on in the series.
I'm back!
And this is why you need safety goggles.
Oh. Dizzy?
So adhesive, isn't it? So have your van doors open.
Funny.
Adam's just got back from picking something exciting.
Don't know what it is.
Well, we think it's something exciting. Almost there, almost there. So that's all the insulation done on the sides and we're on to the vapour barrier. I'm not sure why I started the vapour barrier without you, but here we are. I've nearly done one wheel arch. So the vapour barrier is an important next step in your build because it stops moisture building up in the nice insulation that you've just put in. Because you gotta survive.
I don't know how to do this. Style was that there.
Why don't you pass me tape? That would be
We should have a full week there. So far I've done nothing on the fan.
I just said that would be really helpful if you pass me tape.
What?
If you pass me tape, it would have been really helpful.
It's only a week. No, do you tape, dude?
Right, when you do this, peel it a little bit. Put it in place and then I can do it in place. Oh, I was really okay. I was gonna say, and then peel the back off because it just curls around on itself and sticks itself to itself. So I'll try and show you a bit better. Yeah. That's the best one for the architect. I'm basically just turning our van into a spaceship at this point. And where's Adam? He went for a wee ages ago.
On the seat?
Yeah, that'd be helpful, actually.
I think I'm just a blue bitch. I'm sure someone said that this is a long process.
Probably someone like you. You can't do it.
You've always been good at stuff like this.
I don't.
Yeah, that's better. 30 minutes.
My back was killing me at this point. One thing that nobody tells you about building a small van like this that you can't stand up in is your knees and your back. Do not thank you for it.
Well, yeah, that's why I left you doing all these hard bits and I went outside wandering around acting busy.
Well, I'd only be sat there even longer if you was doing the tape though, wouldn't I?
True story, bro.
When you're doing this, that tape you need to do along all the joints. Ouch, there goes my back again. And what is Adam doing? Get the next piece ready. Someone's hard and get his act together. Mister will never have this done by June. Another piece. Another small piece, please. It's like I'm the van surgeon and Adam's the assistant. Pull.
Check. Well, if you did less dancing, it'd be done quicker.
Never. So we did the exact same on the opposite wheel arch, and like I said before, it'd be so much easier to cut two pieces of everything in the first place.
You can say that again.
Yep.
Vapour barrier.
Vapour barrier. We're just coming to the end of the vapour barrier. Just finished doing that side, and now we're just going to do the same on this side. So it's a bit of a rainy day today, so we've had a little think about the next step, and it means we can cover this up because we don't need to run any wires through it. So yeah, as I said, before starting the main bit of the vapour barrier on the panels, we did have to double check where we was going to put our electrics to make sure we weren't going to cover up areas and then have to cut the vapour barrier.
Yep, this also goes for if you've got a van that you need to cut out any windows or vents.
Yeah, all those things would need thinking about before you start the installation process.
If you're wondering whether you need a vapour barrier or not, then here's the reasons why you need one.
Vapour barrier stops any moisture building up in your insulation, which could potentially lead to mould and rot, and that is not what you want. Putting all this tape on, it's really hard to see the gaps because it's all one colour. Like, I've just seen another now and now I've lost it again. Where was it? And the point thing is with this is to make sure you do cover all the gaps. Don't leave any gaps because that's where the water can then come through. Doesn't help when you've got a black van and you black the windows out, so it's a bit dark in it. So it's really important to make sure all your sides are really clean before you do any of this sort of stuff. We did clean them, but obviously we've missed a little bit or we've got creases since we cleaned it. You'll just see here. It's really sticky stuff, so the fact that it's not sticking there is because there's some grease. It really isn't sticking. Whereas you'll see like all around everywhere else, it's like really stuck solid. So yeah, it's really important to make sure there's no grease. I'm just going to have to degrease that bit and then re-stick it.
So that concludes episode 5.
The installation process went pretty well, if I do say so myself.
If you enjoyed it, then don't forget to subscribe and click the bell for notifications so you don't miss a single episode.
And don't forget to give us a big thumbs up so that we know that you liked it. Come back for episode 6 when Adam attempts the first fix of the electrics. What could go wrong?
Dun, dun, dun.